He left me crippled, broke, and forgotten, while pocketing the government money meant to keep me alive. So I used every dirty secret I had, and I buried him. Not with fists, not with violence, but with a paper trail so explosive. He had to sell his dream home, shut down his business, and crawl back to the shoebox apartment he once escaped. You want justice? Let me show you what real revenge looks like. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal, if someone ever smiled to your face while stabbing you in the back, then hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up. Because this story isn't just revenge, it's righteous, it's legal, and it's absolutely devastating. Where do I even begin? Maybe with the quiet humiliation of watching your life spiral, one missed paycheck at a time. Or maybe with the kind of pain that doesn't bruise your body, but your dignity. I'm a trained computer tech. Or I was. I came of age right when the 2008 financial crisis sucker punched the job market. All those companies promising scholarships and future jobs vanished, gone. No college, no real career. Just years of scraping by on dead-end jobs, each one dissolving the moment I started to feel stable. I wasn't living. I was surviving. By my late 20s, I snapped. My bank account was empty, my resume scattered, and I was done playing by rules written for someone else's success. So I pivoted, hard. I enrolled in a state-sponsored welding course. That one decision changed everything. Within days of graduation, I landed a field job with a man I'll call Rat Boss, or RB for short. For the first 6 years, RB wasn't a rat. He was more like a mentor, a brother. We traveled across Europe, welding industrial lines, fixing factory systems. Grueling work, yes, 12-hour shifts, weeks away from home. But the camaraderie, the adventure, it was real. RB once took out a high-interest loan just to make payroll on time. He told us, "I'd rather be in debt than betray your trust." And I believed him. Until the 7th year, that's when the rot started to show. The original crew? All gone, burned out or broken by the nomadic lifestyle. RB stayed home more, claimed family stress, appointed me foreman, and started sending me workers who, how do I put this lightly, looked like they came straight from the local rehab. Drunkards, thieves, guys who disappear for hours and return stoned. I held the team together with duct tape and sheer will. The jobs got done, barely. But behind the scenes, RB stopped reimbursing travel expenses. Payments got late, and creative accounting turned gross pay into something laughable. Then came the night from hell. 3 a.m. A call from the client. One of RB's new hires got blackout drunk, arrested, no ID, only his job card. Guess who had to bail him out? Yeah, me. That night, standing in a piss-stained police station, I realized something. This isn't just stress. This is sabotage. I was his loyal mule, nothing more. I confronted RB. We had a sit-down. He looked tired, distracted, blamed his wife. She co-owned the business and was apparently locking down finances. He owed me a year's worth of travel expenses, thousands of miles, thousands of euros. But instead of paying up, he asked me to keep working, for minimum wage. I should have walked, but after 7 years, I gave him one last chance. I said, half the money by September. Non-negotiable. He smiled, a smile that didn't touch his eyes. My gut twisted. I knew that smile. Liar. Days before the deadline, he left the country to secure a contract. I saw through the ruse instantly. It wasn't business, it was evasion. But fate had one more cruel trick left. I slipped. An oily ramp, a broken ankle, shattered really. Surgery, bedridden. 6 months of recovery. And while I lay in that hospital bed, bones full of metal, veins full of painkillers, the final betrayal came. No payment, not a dime, not even the minimum wage. Even worse? RB never forwarded my medical documents to the government. He stole my sick leave money. He was paid by the state and kept it. I was broke. My mother had to use the last of my savings to pay for home repairs I scheduled before this nightmare began. I had to cash out the only investment I had, one that was meant to provide a small passive income for life. RB didn't just rob me, he dismantled my future. And in that moment, the pain wasn't just in my ankle. It was in my chest. Rage. Betrayal. the bone-deep certainty that this man, this friend I bled for, had used me up and tossed me aside. What RB didn't realize is that I was his foreman for years. That meant paperwork, receipts, timetables, emails, pay records, all the dirty little secrets he never imagined I'd keep. As soon as I could limp, I dragged my broken body to every government agency that would listen. The labor inspectorate hit first, and hard. The officer handling my case flipped through the documents, muttering under her breath, "He broke half the labor laws in the country." Next came the financial office, then the tax department, then the fraud investigators. Within weeks, his business licenses were revoked, his accounts were frozen, he was banned from international travel, he was forced to lay off every employee and pay severance. And to do that, he had to sell the one thing he lived for, his dream house, gone. RB filed for bankruptcy, moved back into the cramped apartment he used to call a prison, and that dream mansion sold off at auction, unfinished and cold. He called me once, screamed through the phone. I didn't scream back. I just said, "You stole from me. You left me broken and starving. Now you're in legal dispute with the state. Talk to my lawyer." Then I hung up. I didn't get back the travel money, not even most of the sick leave. But I got justice, in the form of total, catastrophic ruin. He took my year. I took his life as he knew it. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and subscribe for more emotionally charged revenge stories every week. And let us know in the comments, what's the most satisfying justice you've ever seen served? Because sometimes, karma needs a little push.